Good evening and thanks for joining us. There is a new argument tonight in the debate about violence in NHL hockey, and it all has to do with money. A neurosurgeon in Toronto has researched preventable hockey injuries and found the league shells out hundreds of millions to athletes who are unable to play, with concussions topping the list of expensive injuries. Not only is fighting bad for players, it harms the team's bottom line. And as Jennifer Tryon reports, it's also putting the future of hockey at risk.
There we go. That's easier.
This small step could save his foot and his team nearly $300,000 from a nasty slap shot.
Since I won these, nothing bad has happened.
Clean hit. Nothing wrong with that hit.
For the first time outside of the NHL, the cost of all of these hits
Barton is down and he's hurt.
has been tallied, and it's big. Overall, injuries are costing pro hockey more than $218 million in lost salaries every year.
So we take a risk with our body, and obviously the team's taking a risk financially.
But does he know a foot and leg injury costs on average $283,000? A head and neck injury, that includes concussions, costs the most, $353,000 because of all of the lost games, followed by shoulder injuries. Lupul missed a full year once because of a back injury.
Lower body, 117. I cost him a lot more than 117,000.
T-Mac, you should see this research, though. You got to see this. I consider it's just the cost of doing business.
They're missing games because of they're taking care of these players. Years ago, that didn't happen. You'd sniff the smelling salts, you'd be banged up, and you'd go back out and play.
But despite some change, there are still too many injuries.
And here's a study we did with the NHL.
Michael Cusimano is the Toronto doctor who did the study. He says after the NHL banned blindsides and targeted headshots, injuries didn't go down. In fact, in those seasons, more than $653 million was paid to injured players.
When you go buy a pizza at one of the arenas and are astounded at how much to buy your kid a pizza and a drink cost, think about it a little bit.
The future of hockey is also at risk. A recent survey shows 1/3 of mothers are rethinking allowing their kids to play sports where the risk of concussion is high.
It may be booming right now, but if 30% of kids don't become adults who buy that product, they're going to start to feel it.
Everyone who laces up the skates knows there's a risk of injury.
No broken foot for Gunnarsson thanks to that plastic shot blocker, but he did get a groin injury.
Well, you cost the team $209,000. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, we'll see what happens after the career. Maybe you get a big bill.
A bill the NHL continues to pay, taxing the entire sport. Jennifer Tryon, Global News, Toronto.